let's start it out. Very first board. So our partner opens a no trump. We bid 2 diamonds, transfer to hearts. Our partner bids 2 hearts. East makes a takeout double. And just 6 highs feels pretty normal to effectively sell out for right now. Probably a good plan is to balance in with 3 clubs later. If they bid presumably 2 spades, looks like they might have a spade fit. And that's exactly what happened. So as of right now, it looks like we've done pretty well in the auction. Partner puts down a 15 count. Ooh, although our partner has 5 spades, not very good ones, but they might be a little bit upset with us for bidding 3 clubs. Anyway, we're here now. We get a trump lead, which is not that surprising. We could have had a 2-suited hand here, and North is effectively known to have a doubleton heart, so the club lead could cut down on roughs in the dummy. It looks like in this case we're just going to be able to set up the heart suit. The real question, I think, is do we have enough time to try a heart finesse? And if so, how do I want to try the heart finesse? Because if everything splits well, if everything splits well, we could pick up king doubleton of hearts on side. That's not particularly likely. But I'm thinking if hearts are 3-3 with the king on side, we might be able to lose 0 heart tricks on this hand. If I was able to take a heart finesse, cash the ace, get back to my hand, ruff a heart in the dummy, the suit comes home, and then get back over to the south hand and pull all the trumps, we would be in business. It looks like that might be a little too difficult, and I am somewhat worried about poor splits in some of the suits. But what would that line of play look like? Let's suppose I could make that happen. So I guess it would look something like win the king of clubs. We can't afford to duck with the ace, then we would be roughing heart with the high club. So win the king of clubs, I would need to get back to my hand twice, and it looks like the simplest way to do that is to ruff a spade. So we duck a spade, they play back, let's say a spade, we ruff, we play a heart to the queen, let's suppose that wins. Play the ace of hearts, we ruff a spade, we ruff a heart and dummy, cash the club queen, but we can't get back to our hand. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like that line of play has any merit to working. Now, if clubs are 3-2, I can still pick up king doubleton of hearts in West's hand. I mean, I think king doubleton with West is essentially impossible, given East made a takeout double of hearts. So in that case, I believe my plan in the heart suit is to just go ace of hearts heart. And with that in mind, I feel like I should just pull trumps. Ace of hearts heart. If the clubs are 3-2, we can just give up the heart king, lose a spade and a diamond on top of that. Is there any merit to trying to ruff the spade suit good? No, I don't think so. We're just getting tapped out. I need the long trumps to access the long hearts in my hand. So, okay, well, let's win king of clubs. And I'm going to pull a second trump. Okay, we can pull a third trump. But now, kind of like we said, there's no real reason to play a heart to the queen, and especially given West's discard of a heart. Either the king of hearts is offside or it's onside with heart length. So we will end up losing a heart no matter what we do. All right, we get a heart return. Wow, East made a takeout double with 3 hearts. A little bit surprising. I mean, they're not vulnerable at match points. There isn't any real way for us to collect an extra trick here. And I don't think there's any fake way to do it either, or any way that we can actually bring the opponents under some pressure. Like, I guess if I was really trying to collect an extra trick, one effective method to do those things is to just start running your winners. I hope the opponents discard very poorly. Like, maybe we could come down to doubleton spade and dummy in the singleton ace of diamonds, and if both defenders pitch down to a singleton spade, we could exit the jack. But I'm just going to claim my 10 tricks. So plus 130. Feels like pretty flat board. If you did try to go after the hearts early, I wouldn't say it's necessarily wrong from a mathematics standpoint, but from a bridge standpoint, there's just, I don't believe there's much hope in choosing that line of play. But you'll still get 10 tricks. There's no adverse distribution out against us, and the opponents won't really be able to punish us for not pulling trumps early. So 130. Next hand, we're in 5 diamonds. How did we get here? So East opens a spade, we overcall 2 diamonds. That looks good so far. West bids 2 spades, showing some spade support. Our partner bids 3 diamonds, or 3 spades, which I would argue doesn't necessarily show a heart raise, or a diamond raise. Like, this could be based on like a doubleton diamond, no spade stopper, potentially a heart suit or a club suit, and more or less looking for 3 no trump as opposed to playing in a diamond contract. But oftentimes partner will have diamonds for this bid. I mean, it looks like to the robots they're promising diamond support, but there are going to be some awkward hands where you just like don't have a spade stopper and you have a lot of points and you need to do something. So we bid 4 diamonds, which looks like probably the only thing we can do. We do have an 11 count. Like, in robot world, we have an extra diamond, right? We've only showed 5 with the vulnerable 2-level overcall. But we're 6-3-2-2. Doubleton spade is fine. No wasted high cards in the spade suit is also fine. But our hand is fairly minimal. So we just bid 4 diamonds, looking to see what partner wants to do. Partner bids 4 no, which should be key card and diamonds. I agree with this interpretation. If partner had extra values and wanted to play in no trump, they could jump to 4 no over 2 spades, which, you know, if, as you can see with this auction from the 3 spade bid, if you really wanted to set diamonds as trump and bid key card, you go through 3 spades. So a direct jump to 4 no, I would probably play as like quantitative, although that hand is somewhat impossible given that both opponents have bid and we've made a vulnerable overcall. But anyway, so 4 no key card and diamonds. We showed 1 key card. Our partner decided 1 key card wasn't enough. And it looks like we have a club problem. Well, Queen Jack Doubleton of Hearts, not great cards. I don't really understand bidding key card over our hand, which was only able to bid 4 diamonds here, but maybe partner had a bit more of an optimistic view. I mean, even if our king of hearts was the ace, right? Like, we show 2 key cards with the trump queen. Is partner really going to be happy to play and slam? 5 could still go down. King of hearts offside and we have a club loser. Anyway, we're here now, but so is everyone else. That is the nice thing about declare-only contests, where the bidding just doesn't really matter. You try and gain as many clues as you can from the auction, but otherwise, you can't really complain about the final result because everyone's in the same spot. Same opening lead too. So ace of spades lead. We get a heart switch to the ace, and a heart return. Okay, East has a diamond void, which is like not great news for us. The fact that West turned up with the spade ace makes me think that East is very likely to have the club queen just for the opening bid. I mean, otherwise East's hand would be something like king, queen, jack, 5th of spades, and like ace, 5th of hearts. Possible. I mean, very possible that East holds a hand like that with no clubs, but East also might just hold the club queen. And regardless, I think I'm going to play East for the long clubs. So I will pull the second trump, but when I play a club to the ace, like even if East drops the 10 or 9, I don't think I'm going to cross back and run the jack, trying to pin like a 10-9 doubleton. I think I'm just going to cash the king here, hoping that, I mean, either East has queen doubleton, and maybe East is like 6-5 in the majors, or that East has 3 small clubs and was just doing something clever, trying to false card. Okay, East was 6-6 in the majors. Never took another bid during the auction, which is absolutely insane. They just let us play 5 diamonds when East has absolutely no defense against this contract, and they're favorable. Surely East should have expected that even if 5 spades wasn't making, that it would be a good sacrifice. And it looks like 5 spades is a good spot. The hearts splitting means the opponents have a heart and a club to lose. So I would say a big blunder by East. I mean, I would have expected a 4 heart bid over 3 spades with this kind of hand. But passing throughout is, of course, absolutely ridiculous and insane. So down 1, again, feels like a pretty flat board. And board 3. 1 heart by south, 2 hearts by north. We elect to bid 3 diamonds for whatever reason. I don't understand the robot game tries. Like, again, if we wanted to show our suits naturally, we could bid spades to show a spade suit. If we wanted to show shortness, then we would be showing our club shortness somehow. So 3 diamonds feels like we're just picking a suit at random and bidding it. And that doesn't seem all that useful to me. But we're here now. Partner elect to jump to 4 hearts with no aces and no kings, albeit a 9 count. No diamond help whatsoever. But a 4th trump. I mean, the north hand is one of those weird ones. You don't really have any tricks. Queens and jacks are not great for playing on offense. But the 4th trump is good. 2 doubletons could be useful. That's some roughing values. And you do technically have a maximum in terms of high card points. Still, I wouldn't be surprised if people think that like 3 hearts is the correct bid over some generic game try with the north cards. Well, we're here now. And we get a trump lead, which looks like a good start to the defense. after the trump lead, it feels natural to me to start on clubs. Like, I could go about this hand trying to cross-ruff as many tricks as possible, right? Like lead a spade towards the queen, plan on roughing a couple spades in the dummy, eventually lead a diamond towards the king and try and rough a diamond in the dummy. But the opponents are going to be able to pull trumps very quickly against me. And even if that suit splits 2-2, which there's no guarantee, I'm still losing out on a ton of roughs. So I think I would rather try and establish dummy's club suit somehow. Well, there's a couple of options. So one option I see, and remember, this is match points. Like, we don't really care if we go down in the contract. We're just trying to take as many tricks as we think we can. So one option I see is I could play club to the 9 right now, which is fairly reasonable. If West has the 10 of clubs, then this will lose to an honor. I can then give up a club trick by just leading the queen and letting West win their honor. I'm presuming the club honors are split. So I'll lose 2 clubs, but then with just 1 ruff, as long as the suit splits 4-3, we'll be able to bring home the club suit. And then from there, you know, I've lost 2 clubs. I definitely lose the diamond ace. I'm definitely going to lose a spade, but I might be able to manage the rest for down 1. If I really wanted to try and make the contract going after clubs, I could play an honor here, hope that West started with honor 3rd, and then I could rough 2 rounds of clubs in my hand, bringing home the remainder of the suit while losing only 1 trick. It's a little bit lower percentage, for sure, than the plan to try and like finesse against the 10 and set up the suit. But it has the potential that we might make the contract if the stars align. Like if hearts are 2-2 so that they can't pull a ton of trumps against us, and West has honor 3rd in clubs so that I can set up the suit with only 2 roughs in my hand, and if the diamond ace is on side, or maybe if the spade king is on side, we'll be able to hold our pointed suit losers to 2. It's not a terrible plan. And I think for that reason, I'll probably go for it. I like taking lines of play that collect the maximum number of tricks at match points, if they're in any way reasonable. So, okay, I'm gonna play a club to the queen. East wins the ace, cashes the diamond ace, which isn't necessarily helpful or harmful to us. Returns a spade to the king. Interesting. And now we get the king of clubs back. Well, this has worked out great. Dummy is just more or less set up at this point. And we can in fact claim, I mean, we can just pull 2 rounds of trumps, spade to the queen, rough a club, pitch a club on the ace of spades, and dummy's high. Okay, it was king 10 3rd of clubs. Now, if East had not been so friendly in their defense, you know, like cashing the diamond ace and then leading a spade back, setting up all of our tricks, and then, you know, the king of clubs at the end was just gravy on top, we had the rest at that point regardless, just on a cross rough, and especially because the clubs were coming home. We would have had to do a bit more work for it, but I think we would still have managed 10 tricks. But the robots sometimes are very friendly to us in these scenarios. Okay. Next hand, our partner opens a diamond. We get a preemptive 2-spade bid by East, opposite a passed partner. we decide to bid 3 hearts, which, I have shortness in partner's suit, I have queen third in the opponent's suit, and I only have a 5-card heart suit. I don't know what I would do with this hand, but I don't think it would be 3 hearts. I think I would either double, which feels like maybe that's about the right bid, or I might be tempted to pass, and if partner reopened with double, I might be tempted to pass that as well, just hoping to collect 200 or 500 against the part score, and figuring that game is going to be remote on our cards, unless partner has substantial extras, in which case maybe we'll actually collect 800 with our spade trick. Well, we bid 3 hearts, our partner bids 3 spades, and we decide to treat queen third as a stopper. I agree with that. Get the king of clubs lead, and what do you know? 3 no is not going to make. I mean, probably not. The opponents should be able to take some large number of clubs and at least the ace-king of spades. 4 hearts also wouldn't have been a good contract. The opponents can take at least 2 clubs and 2 spades off the top and are likely to be getting a spade ruff. But it seems like defending 2 spades might have been our last hope at a plus score. I'm not convinced we would get a plus score against that contract, but I would rather be there than here. Anyway, king of clubs, East plays the 10. This might be really bad news if that's like singleton 10 or 10 doubleton. West is led from ace, king, queen, jack, 6th. But I guess we'll find out in a second. Spade switch, okay. No more clubs? Whoa. Wow, we made 3 no. I don't understand how we made 3 no. But we did. West could have just overtaken that queen of clubs with the king, or with the ace, and then cashed the jack. What just happened? The king of clubs won the first trick. Then a spade went to the king. East then finds the only defense to beat us of cashing the ace, because if East switches to clubs now, then either West has to overtake and lose out on the spade ace, or leave East on lead and then lose out on the rest of the clubs. But it goes ace of spades and plays the queen of clubs, and West just doesn't win this trick. What? Why? What are they doing? Alright, I take it all back. We should definitely be bidding 3 hearts and then 3 no trump, and be very happy when we get defense like this. That was horrifically bad. Well, just a casual warm-up for the senior trials that we'll be seeing shortly. I have the feeling that they might play hands, something like that. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better. Okay. Board 5, partner opens a diamond, we get an unusual no trump overcall, so East is 5-5 or better in clubs and hearts. Even favorable, you should still have at least 10 cards in the 2 suits for bids like this. We leap to 4 spades. Is that really a good bid on our hand with queen, jack, 3rd of clubs? Shortness and partner suit? I am so lost. Why do we think 4 spades was a good bid? Anyway, we're here now. Let's not pay too much attention to it. 5 of clubs lead. Well, I have the feeling that means we're gonna end up losing a club ruff. And there might not be much we can do about it, but I'm sure going to try. Okay, there's 2 options. The option I'm leaning towards is to just go up with the club ace and play a spade to the king and hope that they don't work out what's going on. Option 2 is I could duck this and drop either the queen or jack of clubs on this trick. Probably the jack is what I would do. And then if East is worried that his partner is led from club length, he might do something like try and cash a couple of diamonds. And we'll be able to ruff that. They won't have established, a West won't be void in clubs, and then we can safely pull trumps. So that's option number 2. That option's going to backfire pretty quickly if West started with a singleton club, because then it might go club over club ruff, diamond over club ruff. And that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of leaning towards just winning the ace at trick 1. We won't need to mess around with the possibility of clubs being 6-1. I think this deception is less likely to work when I play the ace. Because if I play low and East wins and I like play the queen or something, I'm not really sure. East might think that their partner has club length and I was just taking a normal finesse at trick 1. Well, I would hate for something bad to happen if clubs did split poorly. Okay, East goes king of clubs, club ruff. Down 1. Probably not much we could do about that. But who knows? I mean, maybe if we had ducked this trick, trick 1, East might have tried to cash ace king of diamonds. East might have tried switching to hearts. We will never know. But I guess we can keep an eye on the scorecard at the end. If board 5 was well below average, then other players may have ducked the first trick. So board 6, we open a club, 1 spade by West, overcall. Our partner jumps to 3 clubs, and in robot land, this is not really a good bid. They make this bid with such a wide range of hands that you're just destined to get a 0 whenever you see this auction from your partner. Probably a good reason why you shouldn't, if you're trying to do well in robot events, open your shorter minor. The robots will frequently jump to 3 of the minor with like a hand that should have bid a no trump, and you end up playing 3 of a minor in a bad fit. So like here, I mean, this is an example of a hand where 3 clubs is just an awful bid. You're not preemptive. You don't have a long club suit. I mean, you could be in a 5-3 club fit for all we know, and most likely are. This isn't like a 1 diamond opener where you're almost guaranteed to have a 4-card suit. This time we could easily be in a 5-3 fit. Partner's balanced. Partner has an ace and a king. The 5-card club suit will provide a source of tricks and no trump. You should just try and play this hand at a no trump, especially with the spade stopper after the 1 spade overcall. But we're here now, and we get the queen of diamonds lead. Once again, a couple of options. This is another spot where the opponents might get a spade ruff if I don't pull trumps quickly enough. So if spades are 5-2 and I duck this trick, which looks fairly natural to let the opponents win this, it'll establish our diamond ruff in hand. It will also keep East off lead, where East might put a heart through. Then West might be able to switch to ace of spades and a spade. And when the opponents get in with a club trick, West might be able to win that and give partner a ruff. I guess it's fairly unlikely, right? If I duck this trick and West goes ace of spades spade, and spades are 5-2, I mean, they could be 6-1 or 7-0, I guess. I'm gonna win the queen of spades and like lead the jack of clubs and maybe even take a finesse. So I suppose it's gonna be pretty difficult for West to get in to give East a ruff with the third round of spades. Okay, I've convinced myself, let's just duck the diamond. Have to imagine a diamond's getting continued. So, diamond to the king and ace. Club to the queen and ace. And what's my plan in the heart suit? I have a couple of options. So I could just take a heart finesse, right? That would be the simple route. But with West overcalling, I think it's likely that more likely that West has the heart king than East. Maybe not strictly necessary for West to have that card, but a hand like queen jack of diamonds, ace jack of spades, queen of clubs is probably not enough to make a one spade overcall. At least not vulnerable. So I was thinking I might be able to duck a heart, go ace of hearts heart ruff, and if West has king third, we could set up a trick. Because otherwise I might end up losing two spades. There is a second possibility. If I ruff this diamond and exit a club and clubs are 2-2, West might win and be end played into leading the majors for me. I guess I should try that at the very least. Okay, East is the one who has long clubs. So the two of spades comes back. Two spades to the ace. I was gonna say if West had stuck in an intermediate spade spot here, then what is this defense? Uh-oh, I'm scared. Does that mean the king of hearts was on side? It was. I didn't need to ruff this third round of diamonds high. But I guess you could say West gave the trick back, right? West didn't need to win the ace of spades. So even though the heart finesse was working, I would have lost an extra spade trick. Okay, I don't feel too bad about the way the hand played out. But what I was going to say is, if that spade really had gone to the 10 and king, I would have had the option to run all of Dummy's clubs and catch West in a bit of a strip squeeze if I wanted to still play him for the heart king. So anyway, We're plus 110. I think there are ways that we could have done better. You know, if West was always winning that ace of spades on the first round of the suit, then maybe some players can manage 130. But we got 6 boards to go. I guess we're running a bit low on time, so I will pick up the pace. We got 20 or so minutes until the seniors start. We pass in first seat, club, pass a heart. We overcall 2 diamonds, which is ridiculous. Please stop making bids like this. Our partner raises us to 3 diamonds, and this passes out. So we got 2 clubs to lose, we got 2 spades to lose, we are very likely to lose a heart unless somehow we magically set up a spade trick. And we still have a little bit of work to do. What was the opening bid? 1 club, east bid hearts. Okay. Yeah. Now West switches to hearts, and that's going to help set up the suit. This 2 of hearts, not necessarily a singleton. West could be switching from some sort of doubleton that they don't want to lead high from. Just robot things. But that does make my life a little difficult, right? Because I want to ruff a club in the north hand, which means I can't just like pull trumps. Although if I just win the king of hearts, say, and exit a club, I have a lot of problems on this hand, actually. Even if hearts are 4-2, like if I win the king of hearts and I exit a club, and they play back a heart and I win the ace, I'm in the wrong hand. And if I go king of diamonds, diamond to the ace, club ruff, then I have no way back to my hand, and they'll just cash 2 spades and east will start playing hearts through. Then I would need east to have the diamond jack, or for the jack to have fallen in 2 rounds. So an alternative to that is to win the ace of hearts and hope that the king of hearts is an entry, but then if hearts are 5-1, I'm in bad shape. Oh man. Not a pleasant hand to play. I think I'm gonna choose to believe that this 2 of hearts is somewhat likely to be a singleton. And that means I'm gonna hope that east has the jack of diamonds, I guess. So I'll win the king, I'll exit the jack of clubs. I was hoping West would win this, because now if hearts are 5-1, West might ruff 2 hearts. There's 1. Now if east has a spade entry, this is gross. But I don't think there was anything I could have done about that. West underled the ace of spades to make this happen. Brilliantly played. Well, with 2 roughs, dummies set up, I can just go ace queen of diamonds, diamond to the king. And I don't think there was anything I could do about that from a double dummy perspective. Maybe I could have been a little bit more effective single dummy. But yeah, that jack of clubs play that I had made, which I thought was a little bit clever, right? I won the king of hearts and led the jack of clubs here. West, you know, makes this brilliant double dummy play of playing low on this trick, because east needs 2 entries, both the queen of clubs and king of spades, to give him 2 roughs in the heart suit. So, like, I would have done the same thing if I had the queen jack of clubs, and West would have looked very silly for ducking. It's sad that the computers go unpunished for what I think are fairly silly plays some of the time. But okay, I have wasted way too much time on that hand. We got 5 more to get through. I'll probably put this on pause if we don't finish, and maybe come back to it during the break. 1 club by east, we pass. a heart, a spade, a no trump. Pass to us, and once again we make like just this unimaginably bad bid of 2 clubs. This is asking to be doubled. We didn't act over 1 club, so we don't have like a good hand. We didn't act over 1 spade, so we don't have a good club suit even. And now we act over a no trump. Like, I can't imagine not doubling this if I was east or west. This auction is just so ludicrous. But here we are, we're in 2 clubs. Let's see if we have any chance to make it. Partner gives us 10 doubleton of clubs in support, which is good news. We should be able to collect at least 3 club tricks then, as long as the suit's 4-2. Or maybe it's 3-3, with the east having a king, queen, third on side. That would be wonderful. We get spade lead, and east is the one who showed 4 spades in the auction. So east has 4 spades, west has 3. This will establish a second spade trick for us. So it's very tempting from my perspective to win the ace and play back a spade, but I don't think that's actually the right line of play. Because I kind of foresee if I do that, the opponents will be forced to start cashing hearts. So they'll probably cash 2 hearts. But then they'll be able to play another round of spades. And with the 3rd round of spades in play, before me having ever touched trumps, east will be able to get in at some point with one of the club honors and put a 4th round of spades on the table. Potentially promoting a trump trick in west's hand. So I wonder if the right thing to do is actually to win the ace of spades and just lead a low club. I think I'll do that. Spade to the king and ace, so west has the queen of spades, which I think makes it even more likely that east has both missing club honors. Or not. That's good news, though, because that means that we should be able to hook or run the 10 of clubs on the next round of suit. Diamond comes through. It's starting to seem as if east really needs the diamond king for his opening bid, right? King of spades, queen of clubs, ace of hearts. I mean, we haven't exactly seen if east has the ace king of hearts, in which case, very possible west has the diamond card. But I think I'm probably just safe taking the finesse. Unless the suit is 5-1, we should be okay. All right, ace of hearts, heart, queen of spades. Probably we'll see another diamond now. Okay. So I'm wondering, is there any way to pick up the club suit if east has like all the remaining clubs? I don't think I have a good chance of doing it, but it does feel as if I'm probably safe to just start playing hearts through east. Like, I don't physically need to lead the 10 of clubs, I don't think, from dummy. I guess I do if east is specifically 4-3-3-3, right? Then I really need to go 10 of clubs to the jack. Right now, pull the trumps before east is able to rough in. All right, let's do it. So we're down one. East gets a club trick, but I think we got as many as we could possibly take on this one. The defense did get all of their tricks, though. West was able to put a diamond through before all of our major suits were set up. I'm going to check in on Lovebridge to see if they have started, but I think we'll have time for probably one more hand. 3-0 in the south. How did we get here? Uncontested auction. A club by our partner. We bid a heart. Our partner bid 2 diamonds or reverse, and I assume 2-no trump is artificial and weak. Okay. And yeah, that looks right. We have a 7 count. Partner bid 3 clubs, and why would we bid again over that? I don't understand. How could 3-no ever be the right bid? Like, we've showed a weak hand and partner has said, okay, let's sign off in 3 clubs, right? This bid doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, oh, whoops, we've now reevaluated and we have extras, but of course we don't. Well, we're here. Let's see how we do. This does not look like a very fun contract to play. All right, maybe this will be a fast one. So 5 of spades lead to the king. Ace of hearts, yep. Jack of spades return. Not good news. And because we had the 4-3-2 of spades, we know that spades are 4-3 between the opponent's hands. All right, let's play the queen. 8 of spades return, yep. So spades are blocked. No, spades are not blocked. West had king third. West led a spade from king third on this auction. I guess West has hearts. That makes sense. I feel like I'm giving the show away by pitching down to king, queen, doubleton of diamonds. All right, there we go. And a heart. Down 3. Well, that was a fast one. The opponents just cashed all of their tricks immediately. So I could do a trick better if I ducked the jack of spades on the way back. That feels like a bit of a difficult play to find. Oh well. Board 10. We open a spade in the south. Our partner bids 2 diamonds, and for us, systemically, 2 spades is just the artificial minimum hand, so this says nothing else about our hand. Partner bids 3 hearts. We have a balanced hand, so we bid 3-no. The thing is, I would be very happy to just bid 2-no with the hand that I currently have to show a minimum. I don't really understand bidding 2 spades because it's not like we're saving space. There's no bids in between 2 spades and 2-no, and I think I would prefer to declare the no trump with king doubleton of hearts rather than partner. So this is likely to be a bit of a better contract, and it looks like we have 11 top tricks, which is good news. I could duck trick 1 and take only 10 of them. That's possible. And I think if I was trying to play for some sort of squeeze, I would probably have to duck the first trick. But I'm just gonna claim my 11 tricks. No reason to get too fancy here. All right, 2 boards to go, and we're making better progress now that we've had a couple of quick claimers. Oh, but this 4-3 heart fit that I've noticed might be a little bit much. Pass, our partner opens a diamond, we bid a heart. 1 spade, support double, 2 spades. We decide to bid 3 clubs for whatever reason. Our partner bids 3 hearts, and here we are. Well, I have a plan. I think my plan is going to be on the third round of spades, I'm going to pitch a diamond from my hand. Maybe I should pitch a club. But I'm going to pitch some minor suit card. So they're going to take 2 spades, but at least my trump holding will be protected. I suppose regardless, we should duck the first trick, kind of cut communications a little bit. And West is the overcaller, but West has turned up with the king, queen of spades already. It's possible West has the heart ace, but I also kind of think that it is somewhat likely that East has that card. So I'm just going to play heart to the king. Okay. Heart to the ace. Now another spade, and I said I was going to pitch a something on this trick. I mean, we could hope to get lucky. If I rough this, and hearts split, and the queen third of diamonds is onside, I could lose just one more trick from here. Whereas if I duck this, and West wins, and then in fact plays back another round of spades, East is going to be able to rough with an intermediate spot, and we're going to lose at least 2 more tricks. It just feels safer to me to discard something. I'm happy if I make 3 hearts on this board. I don't believe I need to rough this and then hope that the trumps break, because if they don't, West might get in and be able to run the spade suit against me, and that would be bad news. Is that even true, though? Like, how is West getting in unless they have 4 trumps? I don't think they are. I mean, West could have 4 trumps, but if they don't, I think I'm actually in good shape by roughing. Okay, let's give it a try. This wasn't my original plan, but we are kind of timing-wise getting a little bit close. Hey, that worked. Let's try the 10 of diamonds. That also worked. It would be nice if I could duck a club to East, if possible. It looks like the diamonds might split. And I suppose since the USBCs is starting, let's just take a simple line. Diamond to the ace, king of diamonds. All right, you guys can have 1 more trick in the end. So it was queen third, the hearts broke, plus 170. Good bid, partner. Thank you for sticking us in 3 hearts. This hand we will leave as a spoiler, but we'll come back to that. So one hand, we're in 3 clubs. How did we get here? 1 diamond by East. We overcall a spade. Looks good so far. I'm a little surprised that the robots wouldn't double with this hand, but a diamond, a spade, partner bids 2 hearts. We bid 3 clubs, and somehow this auction is not forcing. Okay, fair enough.
Well, because partner is a past hand.
Yeah, but I mean, like, 2 hearts is surely forward going, and 3 clubs, like, what do we do with extra values? We have to cubid 3 diamonds here? That can't be right. But here we are. We are in 3 clubs. Club lead. I guess my plan is to take the spade finesse. Maybe if I'm left in dummy, I also take a heart finesse. So we have like this 16 count. Partner has 8. East opened the bidding. I mean, we're getting awfully close to like just playing East for every missing high card. certainly the club queen from the opening lead. I will definitely count on the spade king. I'm not as convinced that I should just run the jack of hearts at trick 2, but maybe I should. You know, it's not even clear that I should play the 10 of clubs. Maybe I'm supposed to go up with the king. Like if it goes 10 queen. I don't think I'm in great shape. Ten queen ace. I mean, then what do I do? I don't know, let's play the 10. God, they just instant plays the queen on this trick. Okay. Let's so I could go like king of hearts, heart to the jack. It's not crazy. I think I might just do that. It feels like the simplest plan. I'm gonna get in huge trouble when clubs are 4-1 though, which they easily could be. Should I go club to the king, heart to the king, heart to the jack? Maybe I should do that. Because if the clubs don't split, then I can change my plan. Okay. 4-9 king 2. All right, ace of diamonds. Club. I really wish I could just like claim on the spade finesse now, but apparently I need to play the hand out. So this is gonna be 11 tricks. I almost played the queen. I misclick like this all the time because the robots just randomly play high cards in some of these positions. So the fact that I misguessed hearts didn't cost me, I don't think. If I had roughed an extra heart to set up the suit, I would not have been able to rough all of the diamonds. So how'd we do? We were 49. That's pretty bad.